Perfect. Lori can't join us tonight, so we'll record this and get this over to her afterwards. Just to let everybody know, we do count the recordings if you watch them afterwards as makeups. So for some reason you can't make like guest speaker night, it's third Thursday of the week or the third of the month. You can't make that, and you watch it afterwards, email myself and maybe someone that's going to manage that, Lori, because she manages the guest speakers. Email both of us saying that you watched it, whatever summary or ideas you have about the guest speaker, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, some feedback, and that counts as a makeup. Same with any type of engagement project that you're working on. If you're doing something local, say for like a food bank or something, you went out on the weekend or sometime during the week, you did something that's Rotary related, same thing, email us, let us know. We want to make sure that every point of engagement, anything you guys do Rotary related is counted. So it's not always just attendance to the meetings and stuff like that. We know everybody's busy. So that's completely open. As long as you kind of email us and let you know what's going on, that's the easiest way to do that. So our board, there's myself, President-elect Lisa, this is on the call. I do have to talk to you afterwards to kind of get your ideas, and we'll have a best left for kind of one-on-one, so we'll wait for that.
Okay.
Our past president, Angela, secretary and treasurer, is going to be split, Angela and Judy. Judy is managing the current finances, and Angela is going to introduce some accounting software that she has for Judy, and they're going to work together to get all of that managed. In terms of our pillars of service and avenues of service that we can kind of approach from our club, I know that Lori wanted to, I'm going to speak with her later on. She's away on vacation right now. I want to speak with her later on and discuss her ideas with the speakers. So far, and I'm open to kind of feedback from the group as well. So far, the speakers have been fantastic, great speakers. We have all the recordings, and it looks like she made a few good connections at the convention as well to line up more speakers for us. Realistically, there's only 12 speakers for the year, so she's going to continue to line up speakers for us, and we're going to, so when she does that, it's best if we can help her out in terms of promoting to our social media, saying it to our friends that might be relevant, and also kind of feedback on the type of speakers that we want to hear from. So if something really stands out, you met someone that's really, standing out in the Rotary world, or even just in general, we would love to hear from you. Again, email Lori. She'll be the one to line them up, make contacts, and there's a process that's involved for guest speakers. They usually connect a little bit beforehand to kind of make sure that all the technical stuff is made done, and then we have our guest speakers. So I think that's one of our strengths for our club is the guest speakers and the online format where anybody can watch it anytime. So I want to kind of put some focus there and make sure all of our guest speakers are kind of stellar and make it something that people want to go to and watch every week or every month. With Jen Kyle, she also couldn't make the call tonight. She may join us a little bit later. I spoke with her earlier today, and we have what she is going to do with our club is she is on the Rotary Exchange committee, and she's working closely with the kind of European side of those youth exchange students. She's been doing it for the past 4 or 5 years, and what she is going to head is she's going to get in contact with alumni, Rotex alumni, and form a little team to kind of do the marketing promotion for Rotex. It's kind of lacking right now. So she's going to form a team, and that's their kind of e-club initiative, is to kind of revamp the look and feel of the Rotary Exchange side of programming for our district. And we'll support her with that as well. And also, it's just the project is just a project. It's something that we need to do. It's going to change as we kind of move forward and get that ramped up. the main idea is to get youth exchange students, alumni into our club, get them involved, and we can utilize them for other things. A lot of them, it's going to be mostly outbound, so alumni that are in our district, so they won't be like international, but we will have some international aspect of it, some students from different countries, and we'll have the opportunity to have an international project in that way.
I want to find some E-Club new members that live in Alaska so we can have a friendship exchange. Yeah,
that'll be great. Alaska, they might be 3 hours behind, so they'll be like 4 p.m. during their time. I'm not sure if it's a little bit further.
Depends on what part of Alaska you're talking about. I think they have four time zones.
Yeah. So that'll be great. New club members are always welcome. Anybody that has friends or family members that they know that kind of fit the Rotary model, they're interested in doing good in the communities, definitely welcome into our group. To discuss so that's kind of in a nutshell of how the people that I spoke to so far. So I still have to speak with kind of Tess and Olivia separately, see what kind of ideas you guys have. I want to make sure that you guys have something to do that you're interested in the club, and not just kind of following what we're doing. We have a few projects on the go that we do every year, but your participation, your ideas is always valued. So we want to make sure that if you guys want to do a community service based project, that we have the support and we can rally around that.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. Any questions or comments from the people on the call so far?
Hi guys, it's just me.
Angela?
I'm on, yeah, it's Angela. Yeah, I had to join by phone tonight instead of.
Oh, hi. Hi, Angela.
Hello, hello.
Lauren, I think it was Lauren or Paul told me that you were thinking I was missing in action, but it was just my computer that was missing in action.
Oh, yeah, I ran into Lauren on Friday last week. I'm like, I don't know, we haven't seen her for a while. She's MIA.
Great. Perfect. Thanks for joining us, Angela. We have, since you can't see anybody, we have Tess on the call, Judy joined us, Antonio, Matt, Lisa, and Brian on with us. How was your convention experience? We just went early in the call. We kind of started off with a little feedback and review from everybody.
Yeah, you know what? Unfortunately, when I registered for the convention, I didn't have this contract that I'm now in, and so I was only able to get up there for this Saturday.
Thanks.
And so we did the House of Friendship was the only thing that was happening. So we toured around there, and I got a chance to meet a couple of people from different countries. I didn't know what to expect. It was my first convention, so I thought maybe the House of Friendship I would be able to meet more Rotarians and see more projects around the world. So there was a lot of selling going on and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, we met Kelly Filardo, which was probably the highlight of the entire day. Got a chance to speak with her, and that's one of the speakers, Lori's arranging to come to our club, and bought 5 blankets. We ended up getting 6 because we really hadn't, oh, there's a motorcycle behind me. We really hadn't done any kind of a community service or donation last year. So she was a burn victim, and she was selling these blankets of hope. And so I thought, you know what, for a couple $100, we got 6 blankets. And I thought it's a nice creative way that we could actually do something as an E-Club. So if each of us get a blanket and do something in our community with it, whether it's to another burn victim or somebody, a youth on the street, or, children in need, it was a creative way for us to do something together and still support a Rotary project. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the E-Club of the traveling blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I like that.
So we have 6 of them, so we'll have to do a draw. I think we're officially, I know we've got a few new names. I can't see their faces, but on the call today, but I think we're down to about 6 or 7 members. So, so it was good.
Perfect. Hopefully we increase that number. I know that we have some interest. I talked to some interesting people too at the convention. Some Rotarians that are also RILA chairs in different districts. I got to chat with them. One from Mexico that I'm hoping to get more in contact with so I can attend the RILA in Mexico. That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of interesting people, a lot of characters as well. Yeah, the House of Friendship, there's a lot of like selling stuff going on. They had another area called the Culture Center where they had more kind of like social networking opportunities. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. The House of Friendship had a lot of people selling their wares. It was interesting seeing the action group clubs, like the specific focus clubs, like the aviation one, and there was a whiskey club. Yeah, I'm not sure how legal it was, but they were like pouring people shots of whiskey.
I think there's something in the rules and whatever of Rotary conventions that you have to be over 18 to go into the convention, certain convention areas. So it probably is totally legal.
Yeah, that was one thing. I didn't see any kids.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them. There's a wine drinking club. So it's interesting to see, a little bit of a shift with Rotary clubs, more kind of interest-based clubs. Everybody there has a specific interest in why they meet, which I think is a good idea. That was another idea I had kind of for our club. I want to get everybody's opinion on it and your ideas with it. Our club, we do focus a lot on youth service kind of projects for our district. So we started our club and chartered it with this type of focus, and I want to continue that. If anybody else has any type of kind of direction that they want to go with the club, I would like to know and discuss that and seeing how we can support that as well. So far, I think we're moving in that direction towards youth focus. Definitely Matt and I are 100% with the RILA side and Slapshot. I know that Jen is heading the kind of Rotec side, and I want to make sure that everybody feels like they fit in somewhere in the club. So if anybody's interested in those programs, then let us know, and we'll try to get you involved there. And
our current district governor has a pretty big focus on youth as well for her action plan from 2018 to 2021. So I don't know if you've seen that already, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm actually going into the president's meeting after this meeting to discuss the budget for next year. So we'll see kind of exactly how much youth focus that they're serious about. So that will kind of give us a little bit of headway and information on seeing what we're doing and how big of ideas we have that we can push through. So that's something definitely that I want to focus our kind of efforts with. Matt and I, we decided at the end of this year's RILA that we're going to support at least one RILA candidate for next year for our club.
Great.
So yeah, we have.
How much do the RILA candidates cost in this district?
It is $775 US.
Right.
$775. That's all.
Yep, for the whole week, which is pretty.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good, yeah. In terms
That's
of
extremely good. I heard some ridiculous numbers in my previous district. It was something like $12,000 a kid. It's like,
no.
Are you wondering why we don't even have a RILA program?
No, that's insane. I would love to have that kind of budget. Give everybody free laptops and
Yeah, really.
But no, we don't have that kind of budget. But
I mean, the focus, like we've always talked about, making more of a shift to go outside of just the Rotary connections and sources. Like we got a lot of relationships at universities and different organizations and community groups that are finding like awesome candidates. So to spread our wings beyond this network and hook into some of the corporations that, just like you said, that price is ridiculous, and we could develop different streams of RILA for, there's more opportunity there, and to be specific and add value to businesses, and which would help in recruiting the right candidates for RILA and supporting their development. So
yeah,
we can build
I
some
agree.
really
I mean,
win-win
even
situations.
even the Gaia project, the students that participate in that, it's $550 per student. So, that's bringing it down a little bit as well. But there's a lot of programs, and we can also probably roll some of that up to the district and make them aware of it if they want to adopt any of the stuff that we can develop at the E-Club. Because I think Melissa, as a district governor, seems extremely supportive of the E-Clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, a few spawned up during her year this year, so she's definitely supportive there, and 100% supportive of youth in our district. And even sounds like from RI at the closing ceremonies, they put a lot of emphasis on Rotaract overall throughout the week, and also at the closing ceremonies.
That's good.
Yeah, a lot of funding put aside for Rotaract, so their goals are to double Rotaract clubs and members worldwide. So that's a pretty ambitious goal. So they're putting money where their mouth is. I've already seen a lot of adverts in Toronto on pretty visible billboards. So it's pretty interesting to see. They're putting a lot of marketing money and effort into it. So that again, if you know any young members or young youth that that are community service focused, we would love to have them on board. So in terms of our members for the club, I think the new numbers is around what Angela said, 5 or 6, and we have Brian on the call that's moving to a passport type club, and he's also looking into honorary membership to stay connected with our district. Brian, the passport club is in a different district, or?
Yeah, it's in 7080, the Hamilton or the Burlington to Mississauga area.
Oh, that middle section.
Yeah.
And is there a specific focus for that club?
Service projects. Just basically, a passport club reaches out to other existing Rotary clubs and says, "How can we help? Where do you need some help?" And then members also bring back their own ideas, like you mentioned the food bank. If one of the passport club members was active with Habitat for Humanity or the food bank, they could bring that project into the club and say, we could use some extra help at the food bank. So then that's what the members are there for, to find service opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Great. No, I'm sure we'll need some help with our Super Bowl raffle. It's always been successful with our E-Club, and we can definitely use the help from the Passport Club for something like that.
Yeah, Judy, you're online, right? I think.
Yes. Yeah, so, if anybody wants to tell me how many tickets they'd like, I can get them to you. I don't have them yet, but I can send them to you when I do.
When do you get those tickets, Judy?
Maybe a couple weeks.
Oh, okay, so I'll bring it up to I'm not going to the next meeting, but I'll pass it along to the people there, that if they're looking for a simple fundraiser.
Oh, great, yeah.
That there's an opportunity to sell these things. They're still the same price, is it, Judy? What is it, $20?
Yeah, as far as I know, yep. It was $5 a ticket, or 5 tickets for $20.
Okay. Did you ever find that phrase that Gordon Cran gave us to?
I forgot to look. I did save all his emails though, so I'll look for it. Yeah,
if you would.
I'll send that to you. Let me make a note.
Perfect. And
the others, Gordon, this is a raffle out of the United States, out of Florida, for Super Bowl, for a chance to attend the next Super Bowl. And we're the E-Club is the access into Canada, because no other club.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Able to sell these tickets in Canada. So Gordon Cran, a former lawyer, found a phrase that was able to, everybody was comfortable with, to sell it under these circumstances or whatever. And we've got a couple of clubs, right, Darren, that Oshawa sells a lot for us.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
Yeah, it's
And
an
it
awesome
and it's
fundraiser.
inside. It must be inside Rotary, because usually when you do international of something like that, there's all kinds of legal mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, yeah, and we're a cross country club, or yeah, 2 country club.
Yeah.
So we have that kind of in for this type of
Neat.
fundraiser.
Part of what it came from is the club that's running it is in Florida. And so there was a question of whether Canadian law allowed you to have like a raffle like that. But it's not actually sponsored by a Canadian club. It's actually sponsored by a Florida club.
Mhm.
And we are selling the Florida club's tickets.
But
So-
you're also doing the transaction on the internet, correct?
No,
No?
No, they're paper tickets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do it through paper tickets. We probably should put it online but it seems
Now,
like,
send people the stubs, you know. I mean,
yeah,
if they wanted them, you know.
it's done with the kind of ticket system now, only because that's how they send it to us. I don't think because they're all numbered. I don't see a way to get it online.
Well, if you bought anything from eBay, for example, it would be mailed, so I don't see that that's a problem.
Yeah, mailing out the tickets. We can set up, probably I'll have to look into that and see what our
What I actually did one year, Gordon wanted to purchase some tickets, for example, and he said, "You don't have to send me the stubs." What I did is he put the money into the club account, and then I wrote his name on the stubs, and then I took a photo of that and emailed him the photo so that he could see, yes, your name is on these numbered tickets, and he said, "That's cool," and so we could even do that if people didn't want them mailed, for example.
right, and they contact by phone number too and email, so that's filled out on the stub. So if anybody wants to buy tickets, that's all they have to provide: the money, phone number, and email. They're contacted that way.
The thing I've seen done before too is somebody would go to a dollar store and get some little football helmets or something and sell it on eBay and say, you know, you're buying this football helmet for $10 and you get a free raffle ticket to, you know, that kind of thing. So that kind of, if you're not selling the actual ticket, that's another little loophole. But you know, I'm not a lawyer, so.
Yeah, our e-clubs are free Super Bowl ticket promotion raffle.
Yeah, let's not create an international incident, shall we, people?
Yeah.
Oh, there's already an international incident. So yes, that the Super Bowl raffle. If everybody can rally around that, it's a really good project for our club. Makes a lot of money for our club. It's always been successful for the past for the past couple of years. So
I just wanted to throw one more thing in too. You can have as many tickets as you want, because the ones that are not sold do not have to be returned. Only the ones that are sold. So, I mean, they'll send us hundreds of tickets, and then say, for example, they sent 700 and we sold 600. We don't have to package up the ones that weren't sold and return them. We just throw them out, you know what I mean? Just return the ones that were sold. So
well, I'm thinking that kind of thing has such a wide appeal that might be something that would be good to do on social media. And if we had some form of e-ticket payment, something or other, that might be something to think about.
yeah, if it's a simple sign up and dollar amount that they want to donate. I don't think we ever got around to settling the online payment process. Judy or Brian, do we get any closer to that? Or
well, we have the donate. We have the donate link on
account,
there.
don't we, Judy? Judy, we have a PayPal
Yes.
account?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
you meant like for people paid in Canada and how we got the money to Florida. Sorry, I didn't know if that's what you meant.
But yes, we do have the donation on the eClub site, so we can always use that. I want to make the process a little bit easier, though.
Yeah, I wonder if I can look online and see. There's got to be software that does this, even if it was a nominal price to use it. I think the return would be big if we're able to put it on social media.
We don't need a software. I mean, I can go into the website and build a link that specifically goes to a particular dollar amount on our PayPal account. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make a
we
button
pay?
specific to that.
Do you pay for that every transaction on PayPal?
You do, but it's really minimal.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, well, that's probably the easiest way then, yeah.
Yeah, the current donate button on the club site goes into a broken link.
It does?
Too bad. I haven't checked it in a while, so sorry.
It was working a couple of months ago when I last looked at it.
It's invalid or expired. Anyways, we'll look into that and get that fixed up for donations. But yeah, I don't see why not. We just set up a separate button that goes to the same donation with a specific amount for the Super Bowl tickets, and we'll get them the codes in terms of the number range of their tickets, send it back to them for confirmation, along with whenever they do the raffle.
Judy, are you the one that has all the information on the PayPal account and access to that and everything?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we can get together on the telephone and I can walk you through the steps of making specific pages that are landing pages for the donations and stuff.
Okay. Or I can just give you the login info if you feel. It sounds like you know more what you're doing than I would.
Well, I do, but you're the treasurer. I don't really want to take that responsibility. So.
Yes, we'll get that connected, so it makes it a little bit easier for us to share on social media, and hopefully increase our kind of our fundraiser output. So that's always good. I do have to still review kind of the presidential citation or the club citation for this year to see what initiatives that we're doing, and that will most likely result in one project for our club. So stay tuned for that. I'll send it out in a separate email once I kind of get some more information on that before our next meeting, and we can discuss it during our next meeting. I know it's a little bit early, but that's really all that I have right now. Again, I still have to kind of speak with a bunch of you to get your ideas for the club. But for the people that I did speak to so far, it's been really good. And, you know, bear with me. It's my first time doing this. So I'm going to need your guys' support. And I'll be sending out an agenda before every club meeting, just so everybody has an idea. It can come, and with also action items, so everybody can come with something to the meetings.
Sounds good.
Darren, if you and Angela want to stay on for a second, and we'll talk about all the checkbooks and stuff like that I've got, and Judy wants to stay on too, but it's all the Canadian stuff I'll talk about. Perfect, great. So I ended our meeting a little bit early today. Thank you everybody for attending. We have a guest speaker lined up for our next meeting. We'll be sending out that information shortly after we connect with Lori.
Okay. If you want to call me before your next meeting, Darren, that's fine. If not, maybe we can connect tomorrow. It'll be for sure before the next meeting. Yeah. It's not going to be a month before we speak again. So. No, I mean before your next meeting tonight. Oh, I might not have time for that. I can give you a quick call afterwards. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Perfect. All right. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Lisa, for attending. Thanks, Tess. Good seeing you. Good seeing you too.
Who was that?
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Matt.
Nice. Good meeting, Darren. Looking forward to it.
All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Thanks.
See you, Antonia. See you, Tess. See you, Liv.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Angela didn't stay on.
No.
Oh, well.
Oh, Tess, you're still there?
You can go in and you signed in as host, right? Okay.
remove her. Tess, are you still with us?
I think you can go in and